What is up, guys and girls? Suda here, giving you an exciting new evolved video. Today I will be talking about Hyde, the second assault, and how to maximize his killing potential. Before I go over his weapons and damage, I want to give the people that are listening in the future to know that the weapon damage is subject to change in later patches and might play different because of this, but its fundamental build will stay the same. And the data that I collected was from various sources from the evolved forms, and they are fairly accurate, and this is the base damage without any perks. So Hyde's weapons are fairly basic. They're all short range, basically get into your face, do as much damage as possible, so most assaults. His primary weapon is the flamethrower. It does about 1,664 damage in 11 seconds, so that's basically an empty tank. This is extremely short range, and if you're up in the monster's face, please go ahead, use it. It is great. It actually is also a good distraction. The only problem, though, is that it makes you extremely visible to the monster. And if you're fighting Goliath, it can actually get a little confusing if the Goliath is using Flame Breath, because you're not sure if you're doing the damage or he's doing the damage. But honestly, it is a great weapon. The only thing, though, is that it is for close quarters and not like 50 feet away. And that brings us to the next weapon. So Hyde's next weapon is the minigun. It does about 1,794 damage with 80 shots in 12 seconds. So it is considered his long range gun, but it really isn't. It's also short range because people try to snipe with this thing, but it just doesn't work. It just has such a huge spread that it works great with like Lazarus or Tolivard as long as they give like super hit markers. Because when you're like up in the monster's face and you're using this thing does a lot of damage, even more damage than the flamethrower, but it isn't as flashy. I recommend just using this when the monster's trying to get away. Flamethrower should be like your main go because it really does distract the monster from your medic or the trapper. But your minigun, like if it's coming at you, you're going to be doing a lot of damage before he even gets to you. Finally, I want to give you Hyde's Toxic Grenades. In the last patch, they completely reworked this and highly buffed it, and it is now amazing. It does 135 damage per second, and it lasts about 6.8 seconds. It has a 10-meter radius. This thing is amazing. Like, it is such aerial of denial that basically it's as good as Hank's Orbital Barrage or Bucket Sentries. Like, if your teammates are like being trapped by the monster, you just throw this baby right next to the person that's probably incapped by this point, and it just starts doing damage to the monster. The one thing, though, I want to highly stress, and I mean highly stress, which I've seen from a lot of Hyde players, is that this grenade does a minus 60% movement speed to your teammates, so basically you are really slow, and this can really mess up your team. So you only use this like near your teammates that are incapped or like the monster's pouncing on them and they're alone, because if your team's in this, it does a lot of bad. Like honestly, like a Kraken can easily do a lightning strike, a Goliath can easily throw a rock at you, a Wraith can easily abduct you, and a Behemoth can easily tongue you or like get you guys separated with a rock wall. And this gun is amazing, and you guys should really use this. This is like should be like your secondary right next to your flamethrower. So here is a game I got on quick. It shows the strengths of Hyde as well as some of the drawbacks, as you'll see in this video. But overall, I really like Hyde as an assault. Like I don't really play as assault. I am more of a trapper or just support. So Hyde is just a breath of fresh air. Like I think, is the best out of all the assaults because he's just so much fun to play with because he's bananas. And come on, guys, he is a mixture of heavy weapons guy and frickin' pyro from TF2, and he just has the best personality. So as you can see, like we're just dropping in. This is actually a fairly short game. So we just drop in and we've already got the monster's tracks. He's a Goliath because we're going through like the rock challenge right now. So you're gonna see a lot of like jumping and rock throwing, but you know his shield will just mop up most of the damage. So you know we're just going through this, and as we're going through this, there's not a lot that's gonna happen. So I'm just gonna go talk about some of like I think are some of his best perks and team like just who's good with him. For perks, I honestly prefer like quick switch because you can just switch to so many different like variants of death that it's crazy, because then you can like easily switch to your toxic grenades, then quickly switch to your flamethrower or minigun just to do like maximum pain. But also, I think capacity is also amazing because like your flamethrower just doesn't end; it's just death. And as you saw there, I got rid of a plant. Like, honestly, I do not see assaults. They just like murder wildlife, but never plants. So please just kill plants. And I don't know what happened there. Like, we just all split up, which isn't a good idea. So we got to go to that perk, which this perk is obviously my favorite perk in this entire game, and it is increase movement speed by 35%. I don't like the base perk because this perk, oh my god, you're just like hides like a little red race car. He just zooms everywhere, and you can just do so much damage. So speaking of like just moving around, movement is key with Hyde. Like honestly, this is why like when I play with him, like I really love when there's a Sunny or a Kyrie here because if you can get Hyde's movement speed up, you can basically just keep flaming him or keep minigunning the monster as quickly as possible and being basically in his face like what he is basically designed for. And that just brings a smile on my face. For trappers, I usually prefer like Maggie because you can easily find the monster or even Abe because he can also do close quarters damage as well as like his stasis grenades are so helpful. And also his tracking darts. Like honestly, if you could just track the monster, like Hyde can basically intercept him. But as you can see, a huge tip I think I should just give like people that play as assault or just anyone. Let the hunter trap the monster first. Do not shoot the monster before he comes because when you do, like he will be just run and he will be none the wiser. So as you can see, I just have my toxic grenade out just because you'll just see how much effectiveness this thing does. Like seriously, look, we got him trapped. I just threw it. I'm already doing damage. Like I've already done a quarter. And here we go. I'm already doing damage. My shield's up and bam, just he's not that smart. That's why I realized I thought he was coming back for more, but yeah, he does. He comes back, and I'm just wailing with him. And look, I got more toxic grenade. I throw it at my feet, doing more damage. I'm doing so much damage. He's trapped in the corner right now, and our teammates are doing support. Like we already have like half of his shield down, and it's beautiful. Like I don't know what this guy was trying to do. He's not like we played with him later on as like a Kraken and a Wraith, so he actually is smart. But look, he's just like thrashing it out. Like all he's doing is like just thrash, and I'm just wailing him with flamethrower, more toxic grenade. Cause honestly, as long as like he comes after one person, so it's fine. As long as it's not a group of your teammates, like honestly, you're great. You're great. So he's just a slippery man. This guy is like slippery Pete. So our shield's gonna be going down fairly soon. So, here we go. Okay, so Maggie isn't jetpacking, which is the problem with this one, but it's not that bad. See, look, I'm just doing damage. I'm not doing that much damage, but I'm doing enough damage. So here we go. He's ground pounding again. And, like, I don't know why he keeps getting up into my face. So I throw another toxic grenade. See, look, just damage. Like, honestly, it is the best weapon for Hyde. Like, man, it's good. So as you can see, like I'm gonna try to do some damage with it, but because the minigun, like honestly, I keep bringing back TF2. If they had the reticule from the heavy weapons guy, like it would make Hyde players a lot more, I guess, cautious for placing your shots because like even though they did buff the accuracy for the gun, it still isn't enough. Like the gun just shoots everywhere. So like we're still on the pursuit. Like I don't decide to try to like cut him off. Because, like, we just got him. Like, our movement speed, it's perfect right now. Like, we are, like, hot on his heels. And we'll just keep going. Other things that I like with Hyde, actually, for perks, honestly, movement speed, capacity, or reload. Because with reload, like, your toxic grenades, actually, we got them debuffed. Like, they take a long time to reload. And you couldn't just, like, throw, like, 4 of them. So if you can get reload, it is great because you can easily like reload your flamethrower, which actually doesn't require that much reload speed. All you just need to do is like switch and just use your minigun for a bit, because both the minigun and the flamethrower just don't like their clips just don't end. Like if they end, you're doing something wrong, or you've just done so much damage to the monster that like it's like an impossibility. So like he's now staged up to stage 2. And we kind of lost him there. Like, we weren't sure where he was, but, this Griffin putting down some good sound spikes. Which also, I guess Griffin is as long as your Griffin knows how to harpoon correctly, like he's amazing. So as you can see here, aerial denial, like he's just running into stuff and like he's just slowly taking damage. He's out of the cloud now, so we're just gonna get around. Like high vantage points are amazing for Hyde. Like as you can see here, like open ground like is the best part. Like with Kraken, Kraken is probably the hardest character against Hyde because like you can't really do that much flamethrower damage until like he gets grounded, and he can just move so fast. Wraith, oh my god, like Wraith is like the best for this because like she is designed to like get into the country's faces, and Hyde melt his monsters' faces. So you can see that trade-off. As you can see, like I really wish there was more like you could do with like range, but you know, not everything. So we're going to be we're not going to be losing our we're going to lose our trapper, I believe, here, but that's fine because as long as like you're doing damage, like we almost got him down. We're trying, and also I believe we have a Laz in this. Yeah, we have a Lazarus, so it's okay if he dies, but like he's gone. So I'm just spraying because I don't know exactly where he is because he's just like slippery. So I'm just gonna pull out this minigun, and we're gonna just, like mop up. Like I throw a toxic grenade, but he's not going that way. So he's gone. He's dead. So thank you.